So it doesn't seem the stream is going through this thing, so that's not a problem.
So I says to the Duchess.
What's that? Say again.
What? Are we live? Let's see.
This is an
Where
audio
were
test. How do we sound, people?
How are we doing? Any better? Is it worse? If it's not worse, I don't want to hear about it. If it's just as bad, then come to grips with this. Anybody?
Turn up the volume.
Anything? Nobody. Oh wait, this is not the old chat. Let's bring. I need. No.
Whoa!
All right.
Yay!
I've heard
This
we're
sounds
good,
better.
and that's. I'm gonna run with that. I'm in the dark. No. There we go.
I guess that's our question.
Hey!
If you would all like the broken Darth Vader voice, please raise your hand now. Otherwise, you're stuck with this.
The real question is, could we go back to that if we wanted to?
Nope. Not even close.
Oh, it turns out it's a feature.
That is cool. You know what, then? While we still have audio, how about we jump the gun? So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a call-in show. At random points, we will be putting up the phone number so you can call in. We're not doing it just yet because what we're going to do now is we're going to we're not going to keep people waiting. And especially since now we have audio, unless, of course, Charles from Containment Crew wants to sound like, I don't know, C-3PO, and I can be Darth Vader. And who do you want to be, Captain Xavier?
I'll be R2-D2.
I knew you were going to say that. All right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know him, then you have to go to more events and go see him because he's always there, especially when the sign is there. We have Charles from Containment Crew. Charles, man, welcome to the show. Good to have you, brother.
How's it going?
We're good. People can hear us now, so I think this is good.
Apparently, they fixed the audio.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Well, welcome to the show, brother. So again, we know who you are, but in case people don't, introduce you, who you are, what you do, where they can find you, and then feel free to give them hell for not knowing who you are.
Yeah.
I will never give anybody hell for not knowing who I am. But I'm Charles. I run containmentcrew.com. We've been selling aftermarket parts for foam blasters for 9 years.
Good Lord.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the best question. So how'd you get into it, man? What made you decide, you know what, I can sell this stuff?
It was, well, I started out as an HVZer. That is my game. I love HVZ. And we decided, hey, we're doing these funky mods. At the time, they were funky. Now they're kind of lackluster compared to a lot of the things I see in the hobby. But
the world
and a friend of ours, so much. And a friend of ours actually ran a YouTube channel, Random Shadow 09, doing range tests. So we're like, well, we could do a YouTube channel. And we did a YouTube channel for a little while, made really bad videos, and got a small following on YouTube. And then Slydev, I don't know if anyone remembers who Slydev is anymore.
I remember Slydev. Yeah.
Made a post saying they were looking for a US distributor. And my buddy had a 3D printer at the time, and I said, hey guys, I've got a really bad idea. And it went from there.
That's how our show started.
Yeah. This show started because I was in Maryland, dying of COVID, it turns out. We were tired and we're like, hey, you want to go into the basement and do a live stream? Sure. So we did. And then we're like, hey, no, that was fun. We should do that like every other week or so. And now we're here. Yeah, and I remember Slydev back in the day. I can't remember what I ordered from them. Something. Back in like...
I mean, all their parts are still available on my website.
Yeah, it was like back in 2016 or something.
Yeah.
Back when it wasn't so easy to find 3D printed Nerf parts because it hadn't exploded to the extent that it has now.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Seriously. So then, I guess so people know, which events are you planning to actually attend this year, so people can actually come out and see what you're doing?
Well, I will definitely be at Maryland Mayhem. I'm trying to get to Survival Fest. And if Envor ever actually releases a date, I'll probably be going to that as well.
They'll get it to you about 2 weeks before the event. As per spec.
Dude, that's awesome. And always when I see you at events, it's always amazing how much stuff you bring up. So then, like, do you load a van? Do you have like an 18-wheel tractor trailer? Do you helicopter it in? Is it drone? Or do you pack it into a small Prius?
I've actually gotten it down to fitting into my Tucson with what I lovingly call my vanny pack.
Dude.
You know, the roof rack thing.
Yeah.
Has like 4 or 5 totes in it.
Yep.
Plus the entire back seat, and as long as I'm not carrying anybody with me, the passenger seat normally has 2 totes on it. And I'm driving like this.
Yeah, I've gone to events like that.
We did that when we came out to your place. We stuffed his SUV plus me and Anthony. I think Anthony in the back was sitting like.
Oh yeah. Anthony was curled up under a bin of stuff, just an avalanche of Nerf War stuff when we went to the Forced War. All right, what do we got going on in the chat?
Yeah, let's see what people are asking.
Let's see. Lionheart Customs is demanding that you come to APOC.
Okay, APOC's too far away from my old man brain to think about yet. But obviously, I'm coming to APOC.
That's right. Where are you located, Charles? If you can say that.
New York.
Where's your secret bunker? Huh?
New York, about an hour and a half north of the city.
So APOC, BPOC is not that difficult to run.
No,
timing.
not. Yeah, I would have made it to BPOC last year, but I didn't know about it until later. I was at APOC. I was like, okay, I'm going to try, and I just could not swing the time with the family.
Yeah, that happened.
Go ahead, dude.
There's a good chance I won't be going to as many events this year as I did last year, just because my travel budget needs to recover. Need to get that OnlyFoams going, man. Get the big money. But Maryland Mayhem is definitely one. I mean, if I don't go, Al will, have me kidnapped. So I'll be to that one. Don't know about any other ones yet. I'm still there. There was tentative plans to visit New Zealand and Australia this year, and that would probably be just the death of my travel budget. But we'll see. We'll see.
So randomly, someone may have started a Kickstarter which says, please send Captain Xavier globally for various birthday parties and cakes. Just send money. We'll fill you in on later. And again, not related to the World Foam Alliance. It's just, do you want to see where Chalo goes? Well, then, you know what? Send him money and send him there. Stop asking. Just give him money. Come on, people.
Easiest way to get me somewhere, send me a plane ticket and promise me cake. I'll be there.
I had to promise him a bed, too.
You don't have to. I remember I slept in a tent in Friesland, man. Best night's sleep I've had in 5 years. I'm an easy guest. Like the bed you gave me damn near killed me. It was too soft. I nearly choked to death on it.
I'll fix it. I have plywood.
It wasn't until afterwards, like, you can take that memory foam. Like, and now you tell me. Everything hurts. Though, like I said, it turns out I'm pretty sure I had COVID or something. I was not well. I thought I was just tired from Maryland Mayhem. It was definitely worse.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So how'd you get into HVZ? Where did you get in on that?
My first game was actually at Binghamton University. My buddy decided he went to Binghamton at a time, came back to community college, and we were in a business math class together. And he was telling me about this game that he played at Binghamton. I'm like, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. And he told me, okay, well, I got a game coming up in like 2 weeks. Do you have any Nerf blasters? I'm like, no, but I can take a run to the store and find something. So I run to, I think it was Target, and grabbed a original Alpha Trooper and a Maverick. He's like, oh, and I can mod this for you. I'm like, great. And he drags me up to Binghamton with this blaster that he had modded for me. And the first time I prime the blaster, the magazine falls right out the bottom because he forgot to put the mag retention spring back in. By the way, this person was Tom Corbett. And I had a blast the whole day using a 3-foot length of PVC and a Maverick with a chain on it so you could prime it one hand.
Yep. My first ever HVZ loadout had a Maverick on a string strapped to my my tack vest so I could just prime it. Then I had a Barricade and the Stampede.
I'll double check.
I still have all of them. That Stampede is now Ire, and I still have the Barricade. I might still have the holster I made for the Barricade out of duct tape and roofing tin.
I think I still have every version of the Maverick that's been released in a box somewhere downstairs.
I've got all the Mavericks on my wall, plus a couple that don't actually exist. I have a translucent orange one that someone made for me.
Nice.
They took a clear one and used translucent spray paint and made me an orange one. And then I think I've got a Captain America knockoff one, and somebody painted me up a red one, so it looks like the Crimson series.
Wait, people send you free stuff? No, come on, that's crazy.
All the time. It's ridiculous. Less and less, which is nice, because once upon a time I had to do fan mail and Q&A every week to keep up, or I'd get buried in packages. Now I'm down to one a month, and it's okay. This is I'm not running out of room. Okay, we got some questions. We got good questions. What do we got? Favorite HVZ memory?
Oh, there you go, Charles. What do you got, buddy?
I don't know. There's a lot. I know my favorite death.
Well, let's go with that.
That works.
My favorite death was at RAT in 2018-ish. And it was raining. My blaster stopped working. I was just having an absolute horrible time. Not really. I was still enjoying it, the hell out of the game, but my blaster wasn't functioning. I couldn't get it to shoot. So I ended up just taking my gigantic mag out of the blaster, putting it in my dump pouch, putting the blaster in my dump pouch, and walking straight through the horde of zombies to the furthest zombie I could find, who I happen to know, and just gave her a hug. And she's like, "Oh, you're a zombie?" I'm like, "I am now. You just tagged me."
Nice.
I like that.
What about you?
Fun.
You got any good HVZ memories, Al?
Well, not that I've been to that many because I was this hobby for how long, then realized maybe I should start participating in these things. Oh my God, they're fun. Why am I not participating in these things sooner? So I
go to one. Oh, right, because I'm a broken old man. This hurts. I'm doing it anyway.
Does. Well, you know what? No pain, no gain, man. But my favorite one was obviously when we were in Rochester, and we were running with Taco Hell, and a lot of them are very good and experienced. And me and Anthony were bringing up the rear. So we told them, I said, you know what? Don't wait on us. If we die, we die. Just go ahead and do it. And that actually saved our asses because they ended up in what's been disputed often, and we won't get into it. But they got ambushed and slaughtered, and me and Anthony survived because we were dragging behind and actually made it to the next day. So we're like...
My favorite is still
I
Ragnarok Oktoberfest 2018.
2019. What was 2019?
2018. Ragnarok Oktoberfest 2018. We managed
I
to
wouldn't-
achieve a human victory in an HVZ that did not have a human victory condition
No way.
just by running the clock. The plan was they were just going to keep sending waves of zombies at the last stand until we were all dead, and they didn't tell us this. They told us, well, you have to survive a certain number. The truth was they were just going to keep sending them until we were all dead. But we held so long, they actually ran out of time, and we had to get off site. So the humans were declared the winners, which was pretty awesome. There were like 20 of us left and 200 and some odd zombies. We could not have held one more wave. We were all out of ammo. I was down to an empty strife and a sword, just spitting my fury at the horde. It was pretty cool. Does our guest fit the criteria for being part of Team Mega Double XL?
What are the criteria? I don't know it.
You have to be a grumpy old man.
I mean, I am definitely a grumpy old man. I figured it had something to do with being round. I'm also round.
Where did Al go? We've lost Al.
But I'm an adventure.
Al, come back here. We need you to chime in as the creator
Sorry.
of the Mega Double XLs. Does
What was the
Charles
question?
qualify?
So my apologies. The last time we ate was 9 o'clock this morning. Set up a booth and running around. Pizza just showed up.
Oh, yeah.
So I will be
I
not
fully
eating.
understand that.
Not eating. But anyways, what was the question?
Does Charles here qualify to be a member of the Mega Double XLs?
Oh my God, yes, you do on so many levels. Here's the problem. What's surprising, which is cool but awesome, all our original members have returned. So right now, all we have left is left bench. But we can discuss it. And if you feel strongly about, well, also because we're old, so injuries may quickly happen, but we can talk about it.
I get injured every single time I play. Shoot, what was the event? The snowpocalypse 3 weeks ago.
How was that?
Oh, it was fantastic, but like my first run, I twisted my ankle. Yeah, that's just how it works.
You need to adopt the Captain Xavier method of how to do this, and that's just walk.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
normally what I do, but it was a small field, and the only option was use the R word. Sub-Zero Blaster Battle.
Let's see,
Thank
we
you,
got some
Colin.
questions. Have we done the dart pickup from the charity? No. I have not yet done the dart pickup because the weather here is still too nasty for me to shoot outdoors. But as soon as it clears up enough, I will be putting 1,400 rounds into Tier's tank, dumping the whole thing, and then filming the pickup with the garden weasel. And that will probably be the kickstart of my only foams of, okay, if you want to see more footage of me picking up darts, you're gonna have to go subscribe to my channel.
Actually, you know what?
And
We
then-
might put that on members only.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The charity one needs to be public because everyone paid for it. But any future dart pickups, you'll have to pay for. Only the first one's free.
This is true. People did, so that'd be kind of mean, and they remember more
Yeah.
things that we do. So I trust them and say, no, you can't do that, Al. Okay.
Yeah, $1,400 were raised to make me pick up rounds.
You know what?
I mean, there's still a certain taco that a certain ex-community member has to eat that hasn't been eaten yet. So,
Can we elaborate on that one?
Like, what?
oh, Bobo did a charity stream right after Corbett's passing. And one of the things people could donate for were different taco toppings to be added to a taco. You know,
Oh,
I don't remember. It might have been $50, and you get to choose a taco topping. And there were some absolutely horrendous things that were supposed to be on that taco. I know my wife
Oh,
donated for gefilte fish, and I donated for Sour Patch Sour Spray. And this was all supposed to be one taco, and I still haven't seen Bobo eat this taco, and I'm still upset about it.
I mean,
I would be.
yeah, you should be. I mean, honestly. Barofta wants to know what's on the pizza, Al. What are you shoving in your face over there?
I am sorry, pepperoni, mushroom, and sausage. But anyways, for a great
Nasty.
segue that we're actually getting into charities. So we do have another couple that we're going to bring on. But first, I just want to ask, Charles, how did you get, or is it, I guess when I ask the question, is it better if we bring on everyone else, or is it something you feel first and then we'll bring them on? But kind of, how did you get involved in being part of the charity that you guys put on? Oh, well, actually, tell people what charity you do every year in case they don't know.
I don't do it. I just throw gifts at it. You know, Colin and Rachel handle the whole Corbett charity drive. They came up with the idea. They ran with it. They asked me to, basically be the spokesperson for it, but that's about it. So any real questions about it, you should reach out to Colin and Rachel.
Well, they'll
Well,
be
you know
here
what?
soon, so
If-
we'll
if-
do that.
If only we had them available somewhere like in a waiting room where they can answer these questions. Because
That'd be great. Maybe we should bring them on.
I like, how do you think maybe we should? Because I thought about mailing them a postcard, but I'm not sure if that'll make it in time. And then I need an address, and I don't know if I have a stamp.
I think before we bring them on, we should give people the chance to call in and ask Charles stuff because we haven't actually taken any calls yet.
All right, let's do that.
Do we have a number? Where's the number? I
Post
forgot
the
the
number.
number.
In the meantime, we do have a question.
975 something 500.
Something. Charles, I think it was Dart. I think we have. Was it World Foam Alliance gave you a blue? Was it Dart Zone gave you a
979
blue Nexus? Who won the blue Nexus?
500
Do you remember?
I actually have the sheet up, so I can tell you.
Lost Al again.
If only I could actually read it. Brett and Tim W won the blue Nexuses.
Oh, those fake.
What's that?
I'm glad Brett got one because his color is blue.
Brett sounded quite excited when we finally got a hold of him and told him, "Hey, you won things. Get in this stream right now. Pick your prize."
How cool is that? So again, if anyone has any questions, call in now. But I guess if we don't have any calling, we might have to make them wait.
That's true.
You know what?
Apparently, nobody wants to talk to us. That's just disheartening.
No, just nobody wants to talk to me. I don't blame them.
You know what?
Here and somebody call in and ask him an awkward question.
One call.
We have one caller.
We have
So
a
you know what?
caller. Cool.
We got a
Let's
caller.
bring him on.
Who do we got?
Hello.
Hello,
Who are you? What do you want?
Jones Drive.
Hello. Do you have a question for Charles?
No, I just wanted to say hi. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
Hi.
Charles,
Hi.
ask him a question. Something awkward.
I got nothing. You can't put me on the spot like that.
You come on our show, and this is what we get.
So
Can't be
that
drawing
goes-
blanks like that. That's unprofessional.
This
Say
is a
again?
professional stream. We try to bring a certain level of respectability to the World Foam Alliance. What brand of socks are you wearing, General Strife?
I'm not wearing any.
You nasty.
Oh, no socks.
This man is
Well,
here
then you're
promoting
really not
a
gonna like the
sock
next segment.
charity, and you're here barefoot. I have never been so disgusted in my life. I wish it was warm enough to go barefoot where I am. It's cold here. Where are you?
Iowa.
Okay, well, I suppose we can give you.
Isn't
some
Iowa
charity.
sometimes like right, especially now, like sort of like the subarctic where you need
Is
snowshoes?
it really, really cold in Iowa right now?
Right now, today, it's been like 50 degrees today, which is surprising.
Good lord.
Yeah, you
I'd
guys
take
got hit with some
50 degrees.
ridiculous.
That'd be nice.
Is this where I shouldn't tell you guys that it was 72 degrees here today?
Would you rather
No,
fight?
you shouldn't say that.
We've got a question from the chat. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
What a
Fine.
question.
Go ahead.
Wait, is that from me?
We'll start with you.
I'm gonna go with the 100 duck-sized horses because a gigantic duck sounds absolutely horrifying.
Ducks are actually quite vicious. We had ducks growing up. They can be mean.
Mhm.
Not as bad as geese or turkeys. Turkeys are just malicious, but they're also dumb.
Don't talk about the cobra chickens.
But they are delicious. Which is an evolutionary dead end, if you ask me. What sort of a survival trait is delicious?
All right.
If you haven't already, get off my lawn. Your time's up.
That's right.
All right. Let's bring in these other two fine individuals and find out about socks. I have questions about socks. I like socks. Why is there a
Absolutely.
Lego witch hat?
I was just wondering the same thing.
Hello. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Colin and Rachel. Colin and Rachel, welcome to Get Off My Lawn. Again, just to make sure I don't butcher it, because you can tell how great we are at remembering stuff. Don't get old. This is what happens, and you got to play off being funny to try to shield clearly onset early dementia or whatever it is that's happening to us. But anyways, welcome to the show. Let us know who you are.
Sure. My name's Colin. I am the head coordinator of the Corbett Charity Drive and one of the founding members of Go Slow Taco.
And I am Rachel Blank. I'm his wife, and I am also a founding member of Go Slow Taco, and do a lot of the background work on the charity drive.
That is awesome. So I guess the first question, in case no one knows, tell us what Go Slow Taco is.
Go Slow Taco is our HVZ group. As you can see, we all coordinated to rep the brand.
I clearly missed a memo about the dress code.
Yeah. I assume yours is just in the wash, right? Yeah. So our group was founded during NVZ, RIP.
That's all the way back.
Yeah, that's all the way back. It consisted of the fellows from Containment Crew, Boba Lolo, and a few other people. And it was hot. It was in Springfield, Missouri during NVZ, and we just did not want to run. We all were heavies. We carried big gear, and I was like, we don't want to run. And so we established ourselves as Team Go Slow. And then we noticed, hey, there's a Taco Bell on campus. It's
And none of us had breakfast.
Yeah. Technically, that's in play. So we then became Team Go Slow Taco. And our goal was to defend the Taco Bell, which still stands on AF.
Are you sure about that?
Actually, I haven't checked in a while, so I just assume we did such a good job. It's still there.
Schrodinger's Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Quickly, someone Google it.
No. Yeah. From there, the joke, the meme, kind of spiraled out from there. We have been known to avoid using the R word. Our ultimate goal is to die in a bed in a game of HVZ, which we've had some mixed success, but it is the ultimate goal.
That is
I've died
fantastic.
sitting twice.
Yes, on video, I believe.
Yes.
That is absolutely awesome. So I guess then, in terms of, so what inspired you all then? Well, let everyone know about the charity that you guys do and that you power through, and it's been just a wonderful thing to do. And it's always great to see that you guys do it every year. So I guess if you guys want to give some background in terms of how the charity started, and I guess if you also want to talk about why you did and who you're honoring. But again, it's up to you to tell us exactly what you want to talk about.
Sure. Rach, I don't know if you want to take it or you want me.
Sure. So, major part of Go Slow Taco was an idea from Thomas Corbett. I met him during a game of HVZ, one of my first games of HVZ at Binghamton University, and we'd been gaming and playing Nerf and HVZ stuff for years. Unfortunately, he'd suddenly passed away, and with his loss, there was we wanted to try and honor and remember him, and he was very much a giving person. He always made you feel like you were instantly a friend. So we wanted to do it in a fun way, a way that helped others, and a way that fit with the theme of HVZ. And so after his passing, Colin came to me and was like, "We got to do something." So he found the charity, The Joy of Socks, which is an amazing small charity, completely volunteer run. And their whole goal is to provide socks to those who need it most, specifically people who are currently without a home. And socks are one of the least donated items to homeless shelters, but it's one of the most needed because when you're donating clothes, like you're not going to donate your old socks. So
you wear your socks until they fall apart.
exactly. So this amazing charity, they just recently donated their 1 millionth pair of socks, and
That's right.
our group, our fundraiser, our charity is going to help them get to 2 million. We're very excited to help this small organization, and it's fun because HVZ socks, and we're helping give socks. We always buy new socks for HVZ. Why not toss some socks towards people who really need it?
Exactly.
Socks are a source of joy. So many ways.
And you would be surprised. It seems kind of mundane that it's like, oh, socks, why not like food or something like that? But there's a lot of charities that do give food and shelters and things like that. But you kind of take it for granted that like if you step in a big puddle, you can just change your socks. Just go back to your house, change your socks, all good, no problem. But if you're somebody who doesn't have a home, who doesn't have socks to change, if you're where we live, and especially where the Joy of Socks is centered in Philadelphia, these are cold winters. They're cold winters. And if your feet get wet, you got risk of frostbite, you got risk of fungal infections, and it just helps to make an otherwise very difficult situation that much easier to deal with. And to go off of what Rachel said, they did hit 1 million pairs of socks donated, and somebody did the calculations on during the drawing for our raffle that our group has contributed over 8,000 pairs of socks just in the amount that we've donated over the last 4 drives.
That's amazing. Well done.
So it's a statistical percentage. It's not a whole percentage of the total socks donated, but it is there. We will get there.
Yep.
But yeah, this really started as just we wanted to do something in Corbett's memory, and it has exploded, and I cannot thank the community enough for how much support that we've received with this charity drive.
Well, this year also, so you guys have set your goal, and for those that don't know, what was well, you guys probably did much like when we started out. All right, what are we going to put it at this year where we want to push people, but at the same time not look like, wow, we missed. So let everyone know the process, what you selected, and what was your final turnout.
So our initial goal was $3,050. That specific number was picked for a reason. I was told not to say it, lest we make somebody feel bad. All I'll say is that we did, in fact, beat it. In fact, we absolutely crushed it this year. We got $5,400 just this year alone, which brings our total donations between the 4 years to, please.
I got
It's
the number
about-
for you if you need it.
Oh yeah, hit it. Yeah.
All right. We are just a little under $12,500 raised over the 4 years that we've been doing this.
Wow.
Which is a huge testament to the Nerf community as a whole, the foam-flinging community. Like, if you put it out there, people will donate, and it like, along with just the willingness to donate, we money for the charity. Also, incredible prizes. Al being one of them. You just on the spot, just like, boom, I got this blaster. Add it to your drive. It's like, okay. What do we do?
Sorry, I didn't do that sooner.
Yeah,
but
we
it was
had
one of those like, man, I'm behind. Yeah, I'll do that. I still got to make it. But yeah, life is a little busy, but I do have it. It's in my garage. It has been primed and prepped. It will be done in the next 2 weeks. But it's, well, we know it. We've done it. But it's also so many things in life where it's like, I have a good life. I've been lucky. Well, again, you survive survive a brain tumor. It changes your perspective on so many things. Where it also helps kind of bring things in focus and perspective. I get my stuff is expensive. I get not everyone can afford it. But at the same time, in situations like this, man, I don't do it because, hey, look at me. I did that. Whatever. I don't care. You can put anonymous, even though most people realize it was probably mine anyway. The point being is that when you can give, when you can help, when you can do something else for someone else, do it. Not because you should or maybe, no, just do it. This is why we're here. Help one another, man. We got to help out one another. You can't just be living in your own little world. If you can help someone, help someone. That alone is just the greatest reward and the greatest feeling when you know you've done something and it's helped someone else. That alone was why you should do it. That's the best reason why you should do it. So when I see people doing stuff like that, you know what? Screw it. I'll just make more, and that way I can give away more. It's fantastic. Like, for example, I think, did Charles offer up half his shop for what you guys did? It's like, does he have anything left? No wonder it all fits in his car because he keeps giving it away.
I only threw in, 3 seagulls.
Yeah, it was whatever.
Who likes those? Who wants any of those?
$120 blasters. Good Lord. And I want to say, while I was on the in the green room, as it were, I want to share my own personal story of Charles and him picking me up one time to go to, I think it was NWAR 2017 or 2018. We had met in one location. He was gonna pick me up, and there was he had rented a van, I think it was, like a minivan, and I could see from the outside all the windows were covered with stuff.
That was NVZ. I
Was it
picked you
NVZ?
guys
Okay.
up from the airport in the minivan.
Yeah, and so there was a cutout that was perfectly human shaped. And when I say human shaped, it meant like there was something to the sides. There was stuff in front of me. There may have been stuff above my head. But that car was so packed, and I just kind of like slotted in like a Tetris piece.
Nice.
So I just had to put you on blast for a little just a second there.
See, that minivan got packed with 7 people and all of our stuff for the convention, and driven for 24 hours to get to Missouri.
No.
Not like a 24-hour day. The driving.
We literally the drive literally took 24 hours.
Yes.
No, I don't like it. I don't like driving. Ugh.
That is commitment.
I started driving at noon on, I want to say it was Wednesday, and finally gave up the wheel at 5 a.m. on Thursday.
Mm-mm. No.
Dude, you know what, man? I'll give you a free blaster just for that, and to make sure I never have to
No,
do
no,
that.
I'm just a horrible passenger. That was the only reason that I didn't give up the wheel.
Yeah, see, I will happily pay for someone else to drive. I do not. No. I don't even like being a passenger, much less driving.
No, if I'm
I
in the
want
car, I have
trains.
to be the
Why
one
don't we
driving.
have trains in America? I want more trains. I traveled through Europe on
I'm
trains,
okay with
and now
trains.
I'm spoiled.
So then,
Considering how many
obviously-
times your production is interrupted by a train, you want more of those?
I want to be on the train.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what's so annoying is trains go by my house all day, every day. Can I jump on one and take a trip to Seattle, drive down to or ride it down to Portland? No, I cannot. The nearest train stations are a half hour north and a half hour south, which are halfway to Seattle or Portland driving.
I think that's called being a vagabond.
I have genuinely considered like swinging out on a rope onto one of the freight trains and just seeing where it goes. End up in Canada or something, stopped by Border Patrol. What are you doing? I don't know.
I guess we can leak that information. There is a
Let
private
me in.
project in the works, and it's called Captain Xavier the Hobo, but we're still working on footage. So once we get him on some trains, we will be dropping that as well.
We have a very pressing question in the chat. What is everyone's favorite brand of ginger ale?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
don't
gonna,
have a specific brand because I can never remember it, but it's whichever one actually has ginger in it to fix my old man tummy. There you go,
Seagram's.
Seagram.
Yeah. I'm with
Pretty
you.
sure-
Same reason. Except I got old lady stomach.
Pretty sure Sprecher has.
Rachel, you're still a baby.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
Yeah, Rachel.
I
Until,
got
you,
two stomach going on. It's a lifelong issue.
until you can grow a gray beard, you don't have old man stomach, all right, or old lady stomach. So.
I'll work on it.
Well,
I got to go
what
with main
Go.
root. That's my brand. It's a solid one. Also strong ginger.
We have a
I'm
caller.
gonna have to go either with Sprecher or Bundaberg.
I'm Canadian, so I'm going Canada
very
Dry.
Good going down. Apparently, we have a caller. A caller. Do we have a phone number? 979-500 something 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 something.
Well,
This
they
is
called
your
in.
TV host, Mono, and this
Who are
is
you?
NBC News, and we interrupt this broadcast to tell you that yesterday, Russian-backed penguin separatists in the Saharan desert were spotted HPAing Nerf deploys.
Would you believe
what's up? I'm
that
Monarch.
Sprecher Ginger Ale has a penguin as on the logo?
Oh, I kid you not, I wrote that entire thing down right there, and it still wasn't funnier than any of the times I've called in about jolts. Man,
Who are you? What do you
I'm
want?
Monarch.
Why are you?
It's
How
Monarch.
are you?
I don't even really know what I want to ask you about. So I'm just going to ask everybody what their favorite HVZ blaster is.
Well,
Like,
Obviously,
favorite
it's
of all
Adele.
time.
You know what? Ladies first, Rachel.
Of course, Stephanie.
Oh, okay. So I'm old school HVZ. I started with
Mhm.
a Nightfinder penny mod. So I have to go with though the it's probably the Raven. It's just like, okay, when they made those like female like branded Nerf blasters,
The Rebel.
they
The
were
Rebel?
amazing.
Yeah, Rebel.
Yes, the Rebel line. I have tiny little hands, and so
Mhm.
that line, it was perfect.
What I
And they
loved
were
about the
also
Rebel
smooth.
line was they weren't just regular Nerf blasters painted pink. They had unique shells. There were unique form factors. There were some Rebel blasters for which there is no end strike equivalent. And that was
Yep.
really cool. It wasn't just, okay, we're paint a hammer shot pink. No, the Sweet Revenge is a
Wasn't
better
there a-
blaster than the hammer shot is. It's a better form factor. It
Wasn't
had
there a
more
crossbow or
power.
something? I feel like there was
Yeah.
a crossbow.
It
Yeah,
was a
I
crossbow.
feel like there's a crossbow.
they had a bunch of different, a
Those are
whole
like
bunch
cool.
of
I like
different
the
bow
slinger
lines
pattern.
because, between Hunger Games and Brave, bows for girls were in, and they made a bunch of really cool ones.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Yeah, they did.
And I mean, I've
Alright,
seen some cool mods like done to them. I mean, especially like
Colin, what's
paint,
your favorite
paint ups
blaster?
and stuff.
Favorite HVZ one?
Okay. I need a little bit of clarification on the question. Does it have to be an
Colin,
actual
we can both
blaster?
answer this with the same answer. It's a 3-foot chunk of PVC.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So
yeah,
some
blowgun. Nothing wrong with a
Busby,
blowgun.
yeah, that's right. Some Busby sticky darts for me. I can get that above 200 FPS just with my face.
What about you, Monarch? Before you're off
I'm
the
too
lawn,
much
quick.
of a.
Oh no.
So I kind of have never been to a HVZ, and I want to so bad.
You should. They're wonderful.
Yeah. I'm planning on going to Maryland Mayhem, like, and doing that one, the cowboy themed one or whatever. That'll be cool.
Mm.
But yeah, I've never been. So hopefully this year will be my first.
It is, buddy. We're glad you're going to come out for it. And you know what, though? At this point, thanks for calling in, brother. Keep reporting when you can with whatever funny story you have. That is appreciated. But you know what time it is? Get off my lawn.
All right, let's finish it up. Al, what's your favorite HVZ blaster?
So this year I'm torn because it might be one of my Strife Master Keys that I'm going to run, and I'm thinking about giving it away. But at the same time, I just picked up a couple FDL3s, so I want to run an FDL3 as well. So I might be that dummy that just has more blaster than man, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I mean that would be a real cool thing to do. Is you give your primary to whatever zombie kills you.
I'm sorry. Did you say a couple of FDLs?
Yeah.
Like, but plural. What? They don't make those anymore. How did
I had
you
to get my
more?
second one smuggled in from Denmark. Or rather, I had to smuggle it in from Denmark. I bought it in Denmark and smuggled it home.
So, lucky enough, when you make big, ridiculous things that aren't cheap, suddenly people make offers. And I was lucky where someone was kind of reducing their collection. And so there was an exchange of a lot of armor for a couple FDL3s.
Yeah. Matt Allen had like 28 FDL3s at one point and started selling them off. Sergeant Deplorable got one of them. Al got a couple of them. Apparently, we've got another caller. Suddenly, we're popular. We're still trying to finish answering this question. Let's take a caller.
Hello.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm the Northman, damn it!
The who?
Now listen here. Riddle me this. Why is r/nerf very strict?
What was that?
Why is r/nerf very strict? Like
r/nerf? I don't go to r/nerf.
Oh, so on
Reddit
Reddit,
is a
there is a
festering
subreddit called
cesspool of
r/nerf.
humanity, and I
It's
refuse to go
popular
there.
subreddit for
I'm right there
reason,
with.
and why is it very strict and not really newcomer friendly? Like it's not
Because it's
only for,
Reddit.
like-
It is a hellscape that no one should ever go on to.
agreeable, but
You know what
why though?
Well,
Charles,
here,
do you have any
so
feelings?
so
the
wait.
Bastion of the
fun.
gatekeepers.
You know what it is? Sometimes you got to change perspective. And you know what's going to make you miserable is you figure out why places are terrible. Because you know what? All you're going to get is answers, and there's going to be no shining light. And if anything, it's going to be terrible. It's why certain cities in the country you don't go to, because you know it just sucks, and it doesn't matter what you ask. You know, you just don't go there. So part of things like this, what your question really is that clearly when going to here, it brings you misery and anger. But you know what? You have seen the light. You know why that is? You tuned in today, and you got to listen to us. And we're going to answer your question. We're going to welcome you. And we have shown you the way. This is the World Foam Alliance. We are going to bring joy back in your life, bring joy back into your hobby. Look at us. 5 people here are members of actually various charities that happened this year, and we'll happily answer your questions and your call. Do you see the light? You have now come to it. Welcome to the World Foam Alliance and friends and stuff, people.
I don't know what he's talking about. My highlight of my day is going to be telling you to get off my lawn.
Well, dang.
No, but it's true. There are places that you just, I don't know why they are the way they are. And it's just the beautiful thing is there are many avenues and different things you can go to. So do what we do. Just go to the places you like to go to.
Yeah, go to the World
Yeah.
Foam Alliance,
Yeah.
the Federation of United Nerfers. They're places where they're actively inviting to people and encourage people to get into the hobby. I avoid Reddit like the plague because it's just full of angry people screaming into the internet all day long. There used to be a lot more of that on the Facebook groups, and that has
Ooh,
changed
yeah,
over the
yeah.
years. There used to be a lot of gatekeeping and just mean people, but they've kind of slowly
My
been.
mod's better than your mod.
Yeah, or you're not building your blaster to 300 FPS, then you shouldn't be here and get out. And you're like, I play at HVZ. The cap is 120. Why would I build to 300? Stuff like that. Or someone would ask, what's the best mod I can do with this blaster? And the only response we get, that blaster's garbage. Throw it away and get a good one. You're like, that wasn't the question. The question was, what can I do to this? I know it's not good. That's why I want to mod it. And that's why things like the Federation of United Nerfers exist, and a lot of the newer stuff that has been created. No, the fun is as taking a crap blaster and making it good, or making it just weird and having fun with it. And that just doesn't seem to be the culture that exists on Reddit. It's just not the people that are attracted to Reddit. So, or at least that's my experience. I may be on the wrong side of Reddit. It's always going to come down to the community. I'm sure there's sections of Reddit where they don't put up with that, or I don't know. Never found one. So
I'm sure that Charles gets those questions all the time. Hey, Charles, what can I do for my blaster? It sucks. Don't buy anything. Leave me alone.
Oh yeah, that's always my answer.
That's trash blaster. I don't have any parts for that blaster. Your website has 12. Get out of here. I don't like you. Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question. Then, Charles, just because obviously what your shop does and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I missed my chance. Get off my lawn.
But you know what? That was a good question. That really helped us focus on what.
That is a good question.
Don't focus on the places that are negative. You're not going to fix it. Let them be whatever they're going to be, and just be happy places. But then on a serious note, so Charles, how often do you get questions from people in terms of recommendations for what they should be doing? Is that common? Is it endless? Or people finally left you alone?
A couple of times a month. Not super often where they're asking what they should do, but a lot of people do email about what can be done or what options there are. Very few people are like, "Hey, I've got these options. I'm just gonna go with it." Or what would you do? But people do ask what my recommendations are as far as motors or flywheels, cyclones, or infernos, and
shameless self plug.
You got to go with the self plug.
Yeah, no, absolutely, do it, man. You're not a horrible Reddit feed. You're good people. So yes, shamelessly plug yourself.
But I'm always happy to help somebody that reaches out. I mean, at this point, most of the people that reach out know more than I do.
So on that same token, when obviously the two of them came up with the idea for a stream, and did you just say, I don't want to do anything and just take my stuff? Or how did you get looped into this? Or is it just the opportunity? Or is it one of those where it's like, thank heavens there are people that know how to do this better than I do? Again, no knock on you. But
that one. The last one, that one.
No, but really,
I'm happy to help. Take my stuff and let me just fade into the background.
From the moment that we realized we wanted to do something, we brought Charles in because Containment Crew, I mean, I don't know anybody who was closer to Corbett than Charles, and then another person who is on our team, Wendy. And having both of their input on how we remember Corbett was very important to us.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about a charity that works with someone's legacy. You want to make sure that you are 100% on top of your game, that all your I's are tied and your T's are crossed.
Yeah, messing that up is a good way to get haunted.
Yeah. I honestly, I knowing Corbett as well as I did, I assume he does haunt us just in like a fun way.
No, I would hope so.
Trolling.
You know
I
what?
only got to meet him once, and it was a wonderful experience. I met him at Nerfing for Autism one year, and it was ungodly hot. And it was just him and I sitting in the shade, chugging Powerade and water, watching all the little kids running around just in circles in the blazing sun, and us just being grumpy old men. And it was an absolute kindred spirit moment of, I wish this man lived close enough that I could hang out with him every weekend.
Yeah.
And that was the only time I ever got to meet him, and I'm just eternally grateful that I did get to. And it was just so.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many stories we hear of.
I would not be remotely surprised how many stories you hear about similar interactions with that man.
Yeah, just like I met him once, and it felt like I've known him forever.
Yeah.
During End War 2022, Corbett's parents were running a booth, doing a silent auction for some of his old stuff, and we had initially gone there to help Charles run the Containment Crew booth, and then immediately had to shift our efforts to help Corbett's parents because they were very overwhelmed. For one thing, just walking into FoamCon is a sensory explosion, and then on top of that, having dozens of people come up to you and say just how much they loved your son. We ended up taking over the whole booth, and their job was just to be there and listen to people tell wonderful stories about their son and the things that he did.
That's amazing.
It was just, I mean, that moment for me was a highlight of like how amazing this community is, because aside from us manning this booth, when people found out that we were raising money in Corbett's memory for St. Jude's, all of a sudden all of the people who were tabling were coming over and being like, here, auction this off too. And like we had already a table full of stuff, and we were trying to like stretch different blasters that were suddenly being given, and I think we had like 100 copies of Thunderdome or something on there.
Yeah. Yeah, just a box of DVDs just dropped on us. We had like a Lynx. We had just a whole bunch of stuff. I think that's how he first met Silly Butts, is that he just like gave us a Silly's card, just like, here, put this in. And I had no idea who he was at the time. He just, but you know, and that's just a testament to the community. I mean, you guys see it, like you guys saw it in your drive too. It's just such a genuinely giving and caring community, and it's great.
Yeah,
that is, thank heavens for that, because well, Captain Xavier can tell you about when this idea first came, and it's like, all right, we're going to stream. All right, so 24 hours.
Yeah, I'd heard of 24-hour live streams, and it was, we had the first, it was just going to be the four of us, and we're like, oh, that could be brutal. We're all old men. And then it occurred to us, well, we could invite other people. And eventually we had so many people, they're, double and tripled up doing 2-hour shifts. And it wasn't, horrific for anyone. No one was working horrible late shifts, because we had people in England for their, afternoon. We had people in Singapore on what was their afternoon, but our 2 a.m. We had people in Australia. It was incredible. Every single person we reached out to either, wanted to be involved or donated something, or, it was, yeah, it's a wonderful community. It's one of the many reasons when people ask, well, why do you do Nerf instead of airsoft or paintball? It's like, the people. I do it for the people. If it was a shooting sport and I didn't care which one, it wouldn't make a difference. But the people are why I prefer Nerf, because we all know that we're adults playing with kids' toys. There's no illusion that what we're doing is, anything but goofy and fun. And those are the kinds of people I want to play with, the ones who know that they're they're doing something silly and goofy. Yes, like 40 years old and running around campus wearing orange camouflage, carrying a Nerf gun, pretending to hunt zombies. I'm not taking myself seriously. I could take the game seriously and really get into it and really enjoy it and strive to have a good loadout and play the game well. But I know I'm ridiculous, and so does everyone else around me, and that's what makes it enjoyable.
Yeah, I think there's also something to it about the range of engagement with Nerf.
Yes,
You're
you
so
can
much
get out of it what
closer.
you put into it.
You're so much closer
Oh,
to the
okay.
other people, and because you don't have to wear face masks, there's always that human element. You always know who you're shooting at. You always know who's shooting at you. Especially with HVZ, you see the people running at you. So there's always that personal connection, and like there's just something to it. I think that differentiates it from like Airsoft.
Yeah,
Where
I also
it's-
love the variety because you've got things like public Nerf wars are very, very different from HVZ, which is very, very different from 5v5 competitive, which is very, very different from full immersion LARPs, but it's all done with Nerf, and whatever you want, you can get. And you can play as casually or as seriously as you want. You can go to a public Nerf war with a Strife, with a Maverick, and have fun. You can go to HVZ with a Jolt and have fun. And that's it. It's what's cool about it. But yeah, the close quarters makes a difference because you see the person you shoot. If you hit them somewhere that hurts, you can immediately apologize and it's like, oh my god, that was not where I was aiming. It dropped it. So, you ducked into it. It's not my fault.
It was Al. It wasn't me.
I was framed. I swear. Yeah.
So then again,
I thought I heard something about us having a call. Was it the same
Oh, that's
guy who
right, 'cause-
called back? Are they still on hold?
I hope they were patient because we had a moment and I didn't want to interrupt it. So,
Yeah.
hey,
Hello again.
You guys hanged up, and I was kind of sad about that since I wanted to do some Nerf trivia.
Oh,
You guys want
alright,
to
do
do
it.
that?
Nerf, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll let the guests
from
do
the
it.
Nerf wiki about somewhere. Okay, so let's see. Question 1.
by the way, this better not be from that Reddit chat.
No, it's not from Reddit. It's from Nerf wiki. It's way better. Okay. It was believed that blank, blank, and blank was intended to be in the 2014 Vortex Blaster series, but was rebranded under the Zombie Strike series due to declining in Vortex sales. Evidence is suggesting that the fact of all 3 blasters would resemble to the Vortex line aesthetically and bear nothing to the common Zombie Strike theme. In addition to inspiration from the blaster in irregular outdates containing the molds that were more than likely modified in pre-production renders of currently blasters and the feature Vortex logo on them. And what are those 3 blasters?
So what are the 3 Zombie Strike Vortex blasters?
Yes.
So the Fuse Fire.
Mm-hmm.
What was the little single shot one?
Oh, like a rip shot or something.
The Rip Shot.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
My
the
favorite
Ricochet.
Close. It was actually Ricochet. You got all right.
Oh darn! I was supposed to let the
You got
guests
all right.
guess.
I wasn't getting any of them.
Most powerful.
I'm glad I got one.
Listen,
What?
I do the HVZ
I'm
game
glad you
design
did too.
side of things, not the blasters themselves things.
Now I'm gonna look them up because
All right, quick.
Let's be honest here. All of my
Um,
Vortex discs go to Buff Daddy.
Second question.
Go.
The most powerful Vortex blaster in the Vortex line, because of its stronger torsion spring, is what?
I didn't know this could be
Yeah,
so
practice.
Vortex centric.
Paragon, Vigilon, or Nitron?
the Nitron's not a Springer; it's a flywheeler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say
Weren't
third.
the- Leading to only
Wasn't the
3.
Paragon and the Vigilon effectively the same blaster?
No,
You know,
the
the-
Paragon has this super cool pump action thing. You're talking about the Praxis and the Paragon.
Praxis and the Paragon. You're right.
My money
Yeah,
I
that's
would
the
go
one
with
that
Vigilon.
chooses
two discs.
So I'm gonna
How
have
about
to
the
go with the Vigilon.
Is that your final answer?
We're going with Vigilon.
Yeah.
I don't have a
You are
friend to
wrong.
phone,
It's
so
the
yes.
Paragon because of its stronger torch and spring.
I did say Paragon. 50-50, man. Put all your money on red.
Al, get him out of here. Get him out of here, Captain.
Get out
Get
of
off
here.
my lawn!
Get off my
You
lawn.
stumped me, and I'm ashamed.
We'll never know we were wrong.
The Paragon's the one that has the 40-round drum. I was thinking what's the one with the internal magazine?
Oh, the
Is
Vortex?
that the Praxis?
The Praxis?
That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
The big.
I did
yeah.
a reassembly guide on that one and apparently melted people's brains.
Many things you do melt people's brains. But actually, so back to like what I actually wanted to ask, just from our own experience, because again, our live stream we threw together in a month, and thank heavens for people and loving as great as the community is. So for us, and I kind of blame the man behind the curtain who pushes us to great things, but you know what? It's not a bad thing at all. We did that in a month. What can we do in a year? So it's already ideas of various raffle prizes. So then with you guys doing it 3 years, obviously, and obviously with newfound success, it must be, it's when you set a goal and you're able to smash it, it's got to be inspiration, like, all right, we're on to something. So do you have any, I guess, or are you kind of spitballing ideas for next year's charity drive in terms of what you might be offering or giving away? And are we allowed to ask about it?
Oh boy. As far as giving stuff away, we are very beholden to the generosity of everyone that we talk to. We do have some contacts in some places. We have someone at Nerf. We know somebody at Dart Zone, who you guys also know. But beyond that, like Silver Fox is just a consistent and amazing force to help us out every year.
They are good people.
They're very good people.
Absolutely.
So we usually have those represented, but you know, we reach out and then people reach out to us for things that they do. I don't know. We're we don't have as big a name as you two. We just kind of rely on the goodwill that we put in and
What's it gonna take
goodwill out
to get dedicated Ghostlo Taco themed HVZ socks?
Oh, okay. We're currently so the history behind the taco turtle is Colin threw it together on paint one day after Ghostlo Taco formed, and we were like, yeah, we'll get some shirts. It'll be a fun like one-off thing. So now we're currently working on actually making a design that we could sell because right now this is not exactly like all ours.
Yeah. The taco was stolen. The turtle was stolen. This is
borrowed.
Creatively borrowed.
Heavily inspired by.
Yeah. And the font on the shirt may look kind of familiar if of a certain fast casual restaurant.
This
Don't worry
is all
about it.
stuff that it started off as just a group of people all at a game together, and now as we're gaining momentum, especially with the charity, and as Gloso Taco becomes more and more synonymous with a charity drive, we're working on getting things a little bit more official.
I think that's great because part of what the angle I wanted to take, and especially since so I guess follow-up question, Colin, Rachel, will you guys be at Maryland Mayhem, or you're not sure yet, or you know you can't?
It's definitely on our radar of going to either that or PA Survival Fest. It's a little bit of an easier drive for us. But yeah, they're both looking very interesting.
So the current feedback we're getting from everybody is that Maryland Mayhem should have actually a pretty great turnout. Never mind with influencers or people in the hobbies, like almost to what End War was in its heyday, and still can be, depending if we find out when it will be. But with Maryland Mayhem coming up, and with the various people that are sounding off, we are personally going to make sure that we're going to bring a ton of stuff that we're going to get a ton of people to sign, to kind of have, because we were lucky enough where Dart Zone gave us a gold Mark IV, and luckily I sent it out to Captain Xavier in the Pacific Northwest, and he got everyone to sign it out there. And here we had a little bit of time, so I got a couple people to sign it, but still, that was a huge draw for the charity event. So realizing that, it's like we're going to get some pretty cool blasters, and especially Maryland Mayhem, since everybody's there, that'd be like a great opportunity. So you're not only giving away something cool, but it's signed by everybody, which is great. So as a suggestion, if you know a guy that has some cool stuff in his shop, that'll probably give you something anyways. And since he'll probably be attending that, not that I'm suggesting, this is all hypothetical, of course, and his name's Charles. But anyways, if someone were to bring something like that to Maryland Mayhem, where a bunch of people will probably sign to throw in your charity, again, this is all hypothetical that Captain Xavier told me to say. Yes, let's go with that.
But you did specify cool.
I'll put an X on it.
Well, I love that you guys are also talking about redoing the logo. So if you redo the logo, either print a shirt, make something on it or whatever it is, and then send that over to Maryland Mayhem. So at least you'll get myself and Captain Xavier to sign it. And everyone else, if they're on the fence, we'll just guilt them into it. So it'll get signed by everybody.
Sign the thing.
Yeah.
The good news is we won't have to. They'll do it anyways.
I assume if it goes there, it'll also be covered in stickers.
What? Who would do that?
Oh, gee, I wonder. I wonder.
The nerve.
No,
Let's
that's
sticker
a great
bomb
idea.
somebody. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm still finding Containment Crew stickers in different bags and things I have. I'm like, when? I don't get this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty
come
sure
back from
FDL
events.
is still finding stickers in their workshop.
I've come back from events with patches on my gear that I didn't go to the event with. And people just sneak up and stick a patch on my tack vest when I'm not looking.
Definitely never did that.
Charles, I have a great idea. When you are a zombie, get tags by tagging somebody with the Containment Crew sticker. Viral marketing.
See, it's way easier to just drop the patch in the dump pouch.
That's fair.
That's where that came from.
Right? I had the same thing. I got home and I'm pulling it double. Like, where did this come from? Like my favorite one is somebody put a black cat with a knife patch on me. So it's Swamp Cat with a knife. I found it on my tack vest. Somebody patted me on the back and stuck a cat.
Maryland Foam Alliance, they do the backstab cat where it goes back and forth. So that may have been the backstab cat. You didn't realize it until you got home. So I don't know if they've gotten a new one.
They're gonna have to. They're not getting that back.
Actually, we can work it in as a game mechanic. It like that's how you get an extra life. It's like a mod comes in, just slaps a sticker or a patch onto you. That's your extra life. If you find it before you die, then you're good. You come back in.
But then again,
Or you have something like a sticker or a patch on people, and the zombies get extra points if they manage to get the sticker off of them without getting shot.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh.
So it basically becomes like flag football kind of.
Yeah, I was
rules.
just saying it's like flag football. Interesting. You know, I'm actually going to be running my first HPZ game this summer in Binghamton for the Midsummer Mass Hangout. I guess, well, we're talking about plugs. Come to Midsummer Mass Hangout. I believe it's the weekend, July 28th. Rach, do you got that on?
We'll double check.
Yeah, so I have never run a game of HVZ in my life. For the first year, I was on the coordination team for last year's game. It was Fairly Odd Parents themed. I played Wanda. It was a good time, but I've spent most of my life in HVZ as a player, and not as a moderator, and definitely not running a game. So it's going to be interesting.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm so nervous.
It'll be great.
And in true Ghost Taco fashion, it is not a full invitational, a full day invitational. It is a half day invitational.
Well played. Well played.
Because who could be bothered to run around the whole day in the summer?
You know, you got to worry about game balance much longer and stuff like that. And the before noon versus the afternoon is very
Yeah.
different. Yeah,
Done by lunch.
Not done for lunch.
Absolutely.
That's
And
always
just
been
to
my
confirm-
my theme is I want to be dead by lunch, and then my army makes me last until the final stand. Like, you rotten bastards! I'm old and tired. Let me die. No.
So yeah, Midsummer, it's July 26th through the 28th. There is, I believe, a Facebook group for it. But if
Discord
you
group as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you go on to the Corbett Chat Discord, then there is a little section to learn more about the Midsummer Bats Hangout. It's basically something that was started to bring people from the Northeast colleges together. Josh Perry started it, and it has also grown to the point where Josh Perry alone cannot do it. So now we have an organization that's forming to
Now
handle.
there's a committee involved.
Exactly.
There is a committee.
There is, in fact, a committee for the first year. So yeah, find out more. Let us know if you have any questions. But it's fun. You basically like spend one day hanging out. Then Saturday is the game that Colin's going to be putting on. And Sunday it's just hang out a little bit more until you have to leave. So super chill.
That'll be very funny, man, and that's gonna be a great trip. So again, yeah, plug that all the time and be sure to plug it. So apparently, at this point, we have to call the authorities because we're being harassed by a phone caller. Maybe he works in a call center, and this is how he's making his numbers, but just keeps calling in. So again, we have a caller and we have more trivia. So come on, what do we got, buddy? What do you got this time?
So next trivia question.
All right.
Let's say 2010's series of the discontinued series of Nerf. So like your Alien Menace, Zombie Striker Bell, those. Which one of them did not have their own dart refill pack? Is it Doomlands, Nerf Combat Creatures, and Strike Modulus, or Alien Menace?
I'm gonna go with Alien Menace.
I'm gonna go with
'Cause
Modulus.
I know Doomlands did because I remember buying some because for some reason you could trade them at Afterworlds for a ridiculous market value. You think Modulus?
I think Modulus. I don't remember a Modulus pack. I remember the Alien Menace.
Do you? Okay, then I'll go with you then. Modulus.
Wasn't there a sub series
You
of
guys want
Doomlands?
to, well, I said Doomlands, Nerf Combat Creatures, which is a real line, Nerf and Strike Modulus, or Alien Menace. Which one of them did not have their
See, Combat
dart
Creatures
refill pack?
seems like the obvious choice, which is why I don't want to go with it.
That was
I
like
don't
the
even remember
Scorpion
Combat
one.
Creatures. Oh, was Combat Creatures like the Terra drone and stuff like that?
The articulating.
Combat Creatures, yes, it was their only blaster, and they didn't apparently. So, dang it.
Ah!
Aha!
You guys were
Got
correct.
you.
It was the M-Strike Modulus. Dang it.
Okay.
Side note: thank you for not
I thought you
cursing.
guys would be fooled by that one. But I
Asking
didn't even
old
know that
people about
Modulus did not have
blasters.
their own dart refill pack. But
Huh.
yeah.
That one ain't too
Interesting.
bad. Do you have another one?
No, I do
I
not,
know- I
because I
knew-
thought my 3 minutes would be up, because I thought you guys would say Combat Creatures, and then you guys would be fighting either Modulus or Combat Creatures, but no, I don't. And this will probably be the
What
last one of the
special
night.
ammo
because
did Combat Creatures have?
9.
Did they have some kind of?
It was just your normal Elite Dart, but with a different color variant. It was probably like
Oh, okay.
brown or something like that.
Well, that's what weird. Huh.
All right, fine. We have a
No.
question for you since you keep calling back in. Are you ready for the it's not a trivia question, it's just a question.
What?
What would we have to do to make you subscribe for $25 a month?
I don't know. Oh no.
You might want to think of something, because then the next words out of my mouth are going to be, maybe you thought I was asking.
Well, now let's see. Modulus had a magazine.
I'm kidding, by the way,
pack.
buddy.
That kind of feels like a reload pack.
You guys want to talk about? Do you guys want to talk about Enforce for like a couple of seconds?
Enforce, the swords.
I kind of miss Nerf Enforce.
I do too. They need to bring back melee weapons.
They did have the D&D ones,
True.
but I heard they're not as good.
Oh. The ones that I saw them in the stores and I told myself to buy them and I didn't, and then they just disappeared off the face of the planet, was the Doomlands melee weapons, the sword and the axe.
Yeah, I like the magic tie-in ones, the Garuk axe.
Mm.
That was a fun axe. Way too expensive, but a fun axe.
Did I miss my chance to tell them to get off the lawn again? Get off my lawn.
Good.
What
That should be a
was
sound
everyone's
effect.
favorite melee weapon?
Rachel.
I'm a sock ninja. I love my socks. So
You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm surprised there are no official Ghost Low Taco socks.
but also
Yeah.
when I was president at Binghamton, we ran a trial for melee socks, and it
I was
was
in
an
that mission.
experience.
I did that.
Swing
Go
socks
on.
are fantastic.
I'm curious. Go on.
So it actually turned out the complete opposite of what I thought it would be. I thought that it would be underpowered and dangerous. It was actually way overpowered. Like zombies were having a tough time. Colin can attest to this because he was one of the few people who got to test run it that year. But yeah, people just didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, we
Oneonta ran swing socks for a long time. You know, when Oneonta had an HVZ club. And
Well, I think
I
my
was
first HVZ, there was a guy who ended up being dubbed the sock guy, and he just ran a big cloth bag in front of himself, a satchel bag that had like 100 pairs of socks in it, and he would just throw them handfuls at a time into
we
the
had a
horde.
sock. Yep, we had a guy with a duffel bag that would run around with socks.
Yeah,
We also had the
and at
sock
one point
net.
he held off like 20. We found him surrounded by 20 zombies and just a ring of socks from where they'd all been tagged, and nobody could get clear. Like, he has to run out eventually, right? But then we came through and cleared out the zombies for him. He ended up winning the vaunted Colonel Badass award that year, which went to the player that had the most badass moments, and it was unanimous that Sock Guy should win. Nobody knew his actual name.
Looks
Did he
like
wear, like, a
somebody's
sock
looking
over
for
his
the
head?
number again.
What?
Said
Say
it looks
again?
like somebody in the chat's
What's
looking
the
for the
phone
number
number?
again.
979-500 something.
Whatever that number they flashed up or they posted in chat, call that number.
To go off of what Rachel was saying, like I was on that mission, and it was such an odd thing because we were tasked to get zombie tags, and so the three of us were standing on top of a statue, and we were just standing out in the middle of campus waiting to see a zombie. And it felt so strange because we had spent the whole week just trying to avoid them as much as possible. And now we're being tasked to, hey, go out and find them. And it was such a bizarre feeling. We felt like the apex predators watching over the savannah.
That's awesome.
Very cool. There was a question earlier in the chat. Are the World Foam Alliance t-shirts available anywhere? Or do you have to do what Al did and steal the logo and have it made at Sticker Mule?
No, don't do that because that's illegal, and this is a different agreement. So definitely don't do that. We'll find out.
Don't do that.
Yes,
That
t-shirts
would be wrong of you. Very wrong
Yes.
indeed.
Please don't.
979-500-2794. Hello, you're on. Get off my lawn.
So right now we have
The
acquired
vendor's
actually.
equipment is currently down.
Yes, so we have a new vendor, and right now it'll be up soon.
Do we have a caller? Someone was going to call. They wanted the number. They want the number just for posterity, or are they actually planning to dial?
Maybe they use the phone number to register some website. Now we're gonna get random emails.
We got a caller? Are they here?
Hello.
Who are you? What do you want?
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Who is this?
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, this is Insane Weasel from the Discord. I actually have a couple of questions. One silly and one kind of exciting. So first things first. How do you eat your Taco Bell in light of the mention of the famous Taco Bell and the meme I posted it in the Discord server?
What?
I'm gonna need to pull up the Discord server and take a look at the meme.
What is the way you eat Taco Bell?
With my face.
It's in memes.
Pretty sure there's at least a couple of pictures of me eating Taco Bell around.
Oh.
Oh,
What the-
oh.
All right. For those who are not in the Discord, it's a large Baja Blast with a taco inside of it.
Oh, that sounds horrendous.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going back and forth between streams and this call right now, and it's a delay, and it's driving me nuts. Okay. Okay. Second question.
Was this the serious question or the
so
silly
I
question?
I think that was the serious question. Here comes the silly
All right.
one.
Let's hear the silly question.
Okay. So is everyone in the stream going to MegaCon? Because unfortunately, I can't.
Going to what?
I am the only one that's going. Everyone else
MegaCon
apparently is
or-
busy.
As far as I know, the only one going is Adam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Dart Zone is
was-
actually. I was gonna say let me. So again, also Dart Zone will be there as well. And if you actually go to their Instagram, Dart Zone will actually be doing various conventions actually across the country. So they're hitting a lot of different places, and it's basically all the fan expo ones. But if you go to their Instagram, you can see and go check them out because they might be in a city. They might be in a city near you. But on a serious note, the best thing about it too is that at the booth they will actually have their big inflatable range set up, so you get to try a Mark IV, an Omnia. I think they'll have the Spectrum as well, and I think a 2.1.
Yeah.
And at
Sounds
AwesomeCon,
awesome.
I do believe 2 certain blasters that may have been revealed in Germany will make their way back to this country. So at AwesomeCon, which is happening in March, I think actually the new Spectrum and the new Aeon Pro will also be available. Nexus
Yeah.
Pro,
That
whatever,
sounds cool.
something,
All right.
stuff.
All right. So before I hang up, just want to let everyone know it would have been nice to meet you guys. Have fun at MegaCon, but I did work on something epic, and let's put it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Get off my lawn.
Well, first off, just to finish that thought, and as always, when we have people, when we're at different events, don't be afraid to come up and say hi to us. We are like available and stuff like that. Do us a favor. If we're going to the bathroom, don't follow me into the stall. But otherwise, definitely say hello, and we will try to say hi and try to meet people. We try to make it well known when we're at different events. So don't be afraid. Also, don't follow me around all day, because then just let that sink in a little bit. It's like, do you want me to follow you around all day? You get the point. Anyways, feel free to come and say hi to us. We try to be nice. We try to say hi to as many people as we can. Anyways, more callers.
Apparently, we got another caller. Let's get another caller in here. This is a call-in show. 979 500.
I didn't think I'd get in so quickly.
Who are you? What do you want?
Well, this is only my second or third time calling. It's Josh, aka Ursa Major. You know, the nobody on TikTok.
Josh, what's going on, buddy?
Calling.
Oh, it's going. I'm currently watching paint dry and gluing stuff. I'm not spoiling anything like last time, but I'm calling because I got a question for everyone. Technically, too. Now, for Captain, your question is going to be a little bit different, but for everyone else, you lovely people from Containment Crew and Al, if you could bring any prop, we'll say real weapon from a video game to life in our hobby, what would it be? And for Captain, for you, it'd be from a novel, like a book.
Oh. All right. Charles, Colin, Rachel, anybody?
I'm gonna say mine quickly so that nobody steals it, and that's the portal gun from the Portal series.
Fair,
Oh,
fair.
That's a good one.
I think it would make for very fun ambushes and getaway plans. Cover large distances and you wouldn't need to run, which I'm a big
Charles?
fan of.
My brain just keeps bringing back that weird chainsaw pole arm thing from Dead Rising.
You can just find that in the home and garden section of Home Depot.
Yeah.
That rip saw.
Rachel?
I mean, it counts.
So the first thing that comes to mind is one that already sort of exists, but I would like a better version of it, the Needler from Halo.
Oh yeah, I can relate with that. That's
For mine, and the only reason I'm going to say it is because people keep telling me to make one, and even though I stuck a brain saw on a strife and a long shot, it's going to be an actual legit Lancer.
I was actually I was helping the Nerf curator try to put a Stampede in a Lancer once. Never ended up getting around to
I
finishing
remember that video.
Yeah, we were going to try to make he had the big cosplayer, the big like the a GameStop version of the Lancer.
One.
And we were going to try to make it work. And this was back when I was still fairly new to modding, so I had no idea how to do it. Now I could do it in an afternoon. What was the question?
From a novel for you.
From a novel?
Yeah.
From
anything. Yeah.
So go ahead. Well, tell me the whole question again.
Provided I have time. If you could bring any kind of fictitious weapon into our hobby for a novel.
Well, I happen to have a copy of the a whole bunch of novels from the Aliens universe, so I can still snarkily say the smart gun.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, wait, I already did that one. The flamethrower from Aliens. I do still need to build that. For reasons. Man down! Get off my lawn. That was a good question.
We're running short on time. But we have the trivia guy one more time, and this time you're on a short leash. One more trivia question. One question. You got a minute this time, so make it quick and make it good.
Go.
Man, I thought we were going to be talking about N-Force.
Schnell. That's right. We never finished that.
Doing trivia.
We never did finish best melee weapons. We got socks.
Trivia. Hang on.
We got sock ninjas all around. Al, favorite melee weapon? Or are we going to trivia? What's going on? Make up your mind. Get off my lawn.
Trivia, fine. Why is N-Force weapons not used for LARPing uses? Go.
Because they don't have thick enough foam for a lot of the rules. And they're too valuable to be swinging about anymore.
I want that Nerf mace. I got one that's bent. I want a straight one. I don't want to bend that one too.
I think they came bent in the box. We also don't need to be hearing about your bent
nature,
mace.
so you're kind of correct, but it's for their flimsy nature. That's
all. I mean, it does say on the sword, "Do not swing at people."
Charles has a prop.
It's like it says on all of the every Nerf blaster, "Do not modify blaster or darts."
Oh, whoopsie.
Prop? What?
Oh well.
Which prop? What do you got?
What Nerf commercial showed in the first Nickelodeon's Kids Choice?
I don't have any of the actual Nerf ones.
I'll take that one.
What series?
Pulsator. Pulsator.
Nope. That was in 2009. So Pulsator was outdated at that point.
It was 2009.
Oh.
What was the
Yeah,
question?
so that was the first. What Nerf series or Nerf commercial was aired in its first Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award in 2009?
Would have been what?
Think about what we were going to be talking about.
Like that'd be N-Strike Elite, wouldn't it?
No, that's pre-elite.
Yeah, just say End Strike.
What were we gonna be
N-Strike started
talking
coming
about?
out. The N-Force, the swords.
Yes.
Cool. I have a counter question. How old were you in 2009?
I was 0 because I wasn't born yet.
You know what? I knew the answer to that one. I just kind of guessed. So 2009, I was. Yeah, we're not talking about that. Anyways, buddy, thank you for calling. This was fun.
25.
Get
That
off
was
my
fun.
lawn.
Good question.
But call in next
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But we'll do this again. This is kind of fun. Maybe if we're in a good enough mood. We're grumpy old men, so you never know how we're going to feel. But I like this. But anyways, so again, we're coming near to the end, but at the same time, so let's go with a couple of people. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Again, we need to share this because otherwise other people will miss out on the joyous fun that we had with everyone today.
Yeah,
and to bring to people. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe, subscribe. Take your parents' phone, subscribe and like too. They won't know the difference anyways, and they'll just be happy to supporting good people like us. And if they ask you why, they do charity. Come on, support and like them. Guilt your friends. Make it happen. Make us bigger and better so we can do bigger and better things. But also, again, don't forget to go to the worldfoamalliance.org, register yourself, register your team. If you're the admin for the team and you haven't registered, contact us and get it registered. Or if you know, hey, we haven't registered, tell your admin to email us and register. That includes HVZ clubs. We take everybody. If your club flings foam at people, yeah, you need to register. Let us know that you exist so we can tell everyone else you exist as well. Now, on that note, again, coming up next, obviously tomorrow we have another episode of The Range as featured by Captain Xavier and the joyous things that he keeps shooting at. And if you're ever in his armory, it never runs out and it's always fun. So we look forward to that. And then also we do have Foam Zone with Andrew Dart Sweep. I'm not sure if we have a guest yet. Who is it? Oh, I'm not sure, but anyways, it'll be in the listing because I can't hear for crap. But yes, we do have another episode of Foam Zone happening at that point. But before we go, again, I'd like to thank our guests for coming on and joining us. But at the same time, let's do some plugs. So let's go to Charles first. Containment Crew. Oh, Wormy is going to be our guest for Foam Zone. Wormy, and again, we'll be listed in the same. But let's go to Charles first. Charles, again, let people know where they can find you, how they can send you joyous money, and you send them joyous toys in exchange.
Oh, containmentcrew.com. I sell all sorts of aftermarket parts for various foam-flinging activities.
And the next event, people can see you at live to confirm that you exist and you were not just AI generated?
Probably Maryland Mayhem. I mean, I'm definitely going to Maryland Mayhem. That's probably the next event I'm going to attend.
Perfect, dude. Loved having you. Thank you very much. And then Colin and Rachel, let us know again how people can find you, what they should do, and donations. Well, you know it. Tell people what you want to tell them to help do what the wonderful work you guys do.
Well, we don't really have a lot of public-facing sides. We're kind of I was just saying before the calls, some people say, this person needs no introduction. We need tons of introduction. Nobody knows who we are.
That's introduce yourself. That's what you're here.
Oh, no, geez, we're already at the end here. I thought they would know by now. Yeah.
You never know. Some people just joined the stream.
Oh, boy. Keep your eye out for around Christmas time when you start seeing Corporate Charity Drive. And then when you do, give us money. Yeah. And also, you should probably keep an eye out for Foam's Giving and give them money.
And what's this HVZ you're planning to run?
Oh, yeah. The midsummer mass hangout. I guess the easiest thing would be to just join our Discord, which I can put in
Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't at least propose this idea. I had it while you guys were, while we were in the green room. For next year for Foam's Giving. You kept talking about your only foams. Maybe maybe you guys should do like a sexy calendar featuring all the members of the World Foam Alliance.
I think we actually pitched that idea and then realized that there are obscenity laws in this country, and it got shut down.
Well, I would pay for it, so I guess you're not really that committed to charity then.
Yeah, but Colin,
you're not willing to break a few laws.
The challenge has been issued. I think Anthony's already, and Maritime Foam's like, we can do a calendar because he's got one already.
No. Here's what we should do: just beards.
That's so
just
perfect.
Beard shots.
That's not a bad idea, honestly.
But again, ladies and gentlemen, as so part of, again, when you got the charities and stuff like that. So again, for their charity drive that happens, not just Foam's Giving, but theirs, they will take donations. But let's say you can't mod. Let's say you obviously don't have 3 seagulls lying down. But at the same time, you would love to do something like, nothing is stopping you from going forward, for example, and going to Containment Crew and buying a seagull and then donating that into the raffle as well. If that's how you want to donate, that will be accepted as well. It's not like, well, you got to be a builder. No. There are options for it. And it's great when you see a charity like this, and you're always hoping when you see that number exceeds and surpasses, because you sit there and go, yes, this is a great community. And when that stuff kind of happens, you can be part of that as well. Don't just sit there and think, well, other people got to do it. If you want to donate and help, there are ways you can do it. Just straight at the charity when you just make a donation, or if you want to give them something of a raffle prize where you have something cool and you can always run it by. And I guess, Colin, if they have something they want to donate, who should they be contacting?
You can email us at ghostlowtaco@gmail.com.
So again, you have how many months left till that happens? And if you have an idea at this point, let's be honest, sometimes don't feel like it's a stupid idea. Obviously, some ideas are better than others, but sometimes those stupid ideas think, oh my God, that is a great idea. And if this is a way you want to be able to contribute, please let them know. Please contribute, email them and let them know, because as always, this is a group effort. We succeed when we all participate. And so we love you all and we rely on you all. And this is how we make good things happen for people that need it. And again, thank you to all 3 of you, because, well, we know, and thank God we have supporting people to help a lot. It is an effort, but it is an effort of love, and I guess no pain, no gain, right? Because in the end, some days you're like, why am I doing this? This is a lot. And at the end of it, this is awesome. I love doing this. We are so doing this again. So again, look for their charity stream that's going to be happening again next year. Save your pennies, save your money, save something cool that you want to donate. Hell, maybe you bought also something and you got Captain Xavier to sign it, and all of a sudden you submitted it that way. Like nothing's out of the realm. Although the captain might be upset that now that he can't do it, but that's okay, and we'll make a video about it and laugh about it. But anyways, Captain Xavier, any final comments or anything you want to let people know about?
No. There is a question here from the chat. Somebody wants to know if any of you guys are familiar with Mowgli, or the unit of measurement that is a Mowgli.
And on that note,
no. So Mowgli was a player at the first HVZ I went to. He was a fellow of short stature, but he did rock climbing and parkour. And I literally saw the man dead sprint up a brick wall once. Like, there were a bunch of zombies chasing him. They chased him into a new area. They knew it was a dead end. At the, they thought they finally got him cornered. And no, he hit the end of the alleyway, went up, and just kept going. Never slowed down. It was amazing. And having him as a zombie was absolutely terrifying. You did not want to go outside, because he could be absolutely anywhere. He would come out of bushes. He would come out of trees. He would literally climb down walls head first at you. It was absolutely terrifying. And so we use the Mowgli as a unit of stealth and cover. So, and for Here's how it works. An empty room with one entrance, no windows, no contents whatsoever, is 2 Mowglis, because I have seen him do the thing where he clings in the corner of a room up in the corner. And he could be in either corner on either side of you. So an empty room is 2 Mowglis. An empty field where it's nothing but mowed grass is at least 20 Mowglis. WSU is 1,000,000 Mowglis per square foot because it's nothing but cover. So there's a new HVZ term for you, Mowglis, as a unit of cover and stealth.
Brought to you by
I'm
Captain
afraid he's
Xavier
right
and the
behind
Wolf
me.
Horns.
He is. He is and isn't at the same time. You are never not in a situation of Schrodinger's Mowgli.
Absolutely. All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Don't forget to register. Don't forget to like the stream. And we're actually something to think about. We are actually thinking about having you leave comments when this video is posted, much to, well, let's talk about it first. But we might actually leave an option where you can actually leave questions for us that Captain Xavier and I will answer at the beginning of the next show. But that's just a random idea I had, and we can talk about it. But we'll let you know.
I like that. I've been doing a lot of community-driven stuff. So all of my major series now, Kanatika K26, Reassembly, my loadouts are all survey-driven. So I do a survey after each one. What do you want me to do next time? Just because interaction is cool and it means I'm making content people actually want to see. But yeah, I like the idea of leave questions for us to answer at the beginning next time.
So let's do that then. So when this video posts, if you want to ask us a question and it gives us time to actually research it instead of forgetting to look at chat and then we missed it and then it's like, man, they suck. No, we're that generation. So give us prep time and we can especially hopefully answer it properly. But then also, so again, Cap, just let us know what you're doing for the range tomorrow.
It's already uploaded. I uploaded it a week ago.
Yeah, they don't know that. What'd you do it with?
Right. It's the range. It's me firing blasters on my range. Again, based on blasters that you chose in a survey. So, or rather, you got to pick the ammo that I fired. And I think it's stress balls is the weird ammo.
Very cool. All right. Once again,
I found a blaster I didn't know fired stress balls. It fires them quite well, actually.
To find out more, tune into the range tomorrow.
Turn into the range tomorrow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, thanks again. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And yeah, man, go fling foam. We'll see you soon.